it is my birthday. But
that's right. Today is your birthday. Woo!
Today is April 6th, 2022, and I'm not telling you how old I am. And if I told you, you'd have to shave a decade off before you talk to me.
But everybody get your party hats because it's going to be a party today. So
yeah, definitely party hats, guys. Okay, welcome to the Success in Aging show. Today we have an awesome show for you with an awesome guest who Mary will introduce in a few minutes. But you all know that my mission here in Success in Aging is to bring hope, and that is helping older people engage to so many families. You know who my special people are. Those are seniors, a lot of stuck-at-home seniors, but all seniors, the disabled, the widows, and our wonderful veterans. And to that end, I have established the Success in Aging Essentials Box, which is just full of wonderful products for those 4 people groups and their families who love them and want a really cool gift to arrive in the mail on a regular basis. So you can find all about that at my website, successinaging.com. Order one today for yourself or another. And yes, get your box. All right. Done with that. Mary, please introduce my amazing guest.
Of course, it is my pleasure. I've heard so much about him, and we're excited that he can join us on the show. Scott, just say hi to the audience because a million people are out there looking for you.
Well, hello, and it's an honor to be here and celebrating a birthday.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're just jumping on, just know I'm going to do a couple of housekeeping things before I introduce you, because then I'm going to jump off and let the two of you talk about all the amazingness that you have. But today is Di's birthday, as we've been talking about. And because of that, Di decided to give the birthday presents to our listening, or I should say viewing audience. So if you're here live, make sure you say hi. And as a little incentive, we're actually going to ask you to be interactive with us. So as Scott and Di are sharing their nuggets of wisdom, if you hear something that's like, oh my gosh, like that's an aha moment, or oh my gosh, I got to remember that, put in #wisdom and then what you learned, because there's going to be so many of the things, because that is actually, as Diane will say, there's different kinds of learners, right? And so when we hear something, it anchors that thought when you write it down. So this is what we want to do, is write it down in the comments, because it'll anchor it more in you, and it'll help people who are watching the replay and other people in the show live to say, oh yeah, I agree with that too. So if you do a #wisdom and then a little nugget that you learned, you are going to be given extra points in the contest to win a birthday present today, or as Diane calls them, party favors. So what are we going to be giving away today, Di?
Well, Mary has plenty on her side, but everyone, I'm just about to launch the prayer teacups. And Mary and I are holding up the same. Okay, so Mary and I are holding up dainty prayer teacups. Mary has got.
This is a hearty. This is a hearty. And this is a dainty, because sometimes guys don't really want to have a dainty teacup, but if they do, there's no judgment. If girls would like a hearty teacup, awesome, no judgment. You just pick what you like. And so whoever wins today will actually get to pick if they want a dainty or a hearty. You won't get to choose the color or whatever, because we're going to pick out the best one. The Holy Spirit will tell Di which one to pack for you. And so what do you think about that, Di, to give away a prayer teacup as your birthday present today?
I think that is so wonderful. And let me just take a moment, and I know Scott is waiting, but hello, Karen. Hello, Jay. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Randy Gossett. 2 of these are high school friends. Thank you so much for being on the show today. And remember, #wisdom and share the nugget, because Scott is about to share some amazing nuggets.
Yes, I am getting to Scott, but he has so much. He's excited. We've been here for a while talking. We have so much great, but I want to make sure that people know, because they're here live, they have a chance to win one of these prayer teacups. So Di, what do you think? Give away one birthday present today, or what do you think, birthday girl?
You know, this has nothing to do with my age, but I'm thinking 3 teacups. What do you think, Mary?
3 teacups. Okay. Because it's your birthday, we will give out 3 teacups. And there's so many beautiful styles. I mean, again, I'm just, wanting to show like some more, just so much fun. So again, type in the word #wisdom and then whatever you've learned live during the show. And then your name will go in an extra point to get into win one of the 3 birthday presents / party favors that Di's going to give away today. So I've got my desk filled with these prayer teacups. So fun. So let me introduce Scott, and then you two can get to work. And, but really quick, let's just say hi to everybody. So Jay, like you said hi. And Ruth is here. I feel like Romper Room. And Karen and Randy. And I've just dated myself. I don't think anyone knows what Romper Room anymore. And Wendy. Oh my goodness, Wendy. Thank you so much. So we're going to pop up your comments like this during the show. So please keep sharing them. We really appreciate that. So without further ado,
Hello, Peggy. Hello, Peggy Silversmith. We went to Ireland together once, and wow, was that fun.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's one of the cool girl sisters. Yeah.
Wow.
You know.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find Scott's name to put it. Here we go. All right. Gotta love technology. Okay, so let me introduce Scott, and then I will jump off so you guys can get to all the questions. Peggy, welcome. Okay, so Scott is a fourth quarter life and business coach, which is really cool. Fourth quarter. Scott, and he'll explain what that is during the show. Scott helps mature business owners who are successful yet dissatisfied with the uncertainty of where their life and business is headed. He concentrates on helping owners of small to mid-sized companies create clarity and design a comprehensive life and business plan. Wow, that's awesome. He helps not only with strategy, but secures solid traction through an interactive approach. Wow. Scott's clients are reaching new heights and accomplishing much more than they ever thought was possible. So Scott, welcome to the Success in Aging Show.
Well, thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you, Mary. I can see the strength that the two of you, I don't think that if there was not this duo, that the world would be spinning.
Oh, so kind. Well, before you make my head get too big, I'm going to drop off and let the two of you talk. Okay. All right. Have fun. And by the way, Scott, don't get too close to your mic. It sounded a little hot just now.
Okay.
So ever the producer. All right. All right, you guys have fun.
Thanks, Mary. Okay, Scott, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I want to make sure that everyone knows how to pronounce that weird looking last name. Okay. So it's like drinking a Coke every hour. Couchenour. Couchenour.
Nice.
Yes. So that's
nice.
That's how I learned it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thanks, Karen. Yes. So, Scott, we're looking for wisdom immediately, but also too, you have a very wonderful foundational way you set everything up. What is the fourth quarter in your dictionary?
Okay, the fourth quarter. Let's go back a little bit and say, according to the Society of Actuaries, yes, there is such a thing. A Society of
Jay would know all about that.
Talk about a party, right? There's a party waiting to happen.
Tables.
According to that society, a 65-year-old male today, on average, has a 55% probability of living to age 85.
Yes.
For a 65-year-old woman, that probability reaches 65%. Now, age 90 isn't some kind of wild outlier. The society data suggests that a 65-year-old male today, in average health, has a 35% chance of living to 90. And a woman, the odds are 46%.
Okay.
If our two 65-year-olds live together, there's a 50% chance both will live to be alive 16 years later. Okay. And that one will survive 27 years. Now, what does that all have to do? What we do is if we could round the numbers of the average lifespan of a male in America right now to 80, it's somewhere in the 75, 78-ish range.
It is. Yeah.
We break that into 4 quarters. You have birth to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, and 60 to 80. Now, when we're talking about quarters, the fourth quarter, like the fourth quarter of a football game, when they go into 4, all the football players raise their fingers, the 4. It's the fourth quarter. This is really important. That's what the fourth quarter is. Now, I work primarily with those in their third quarter to set up a navigational system for their fourth quarter. But as we will talk later, it's never too late to start. In fact, today is the first day of the rest of your legacy. Okay. Always remember that. Today is the first day of the rest of your legacy. If you've got if you're breathing and you've got air going in and out of your lungs,
Yeah.
it's not too late.
No.
I also believe that the fourth quarter is the most significant and fun quarter of our lives. And here's why. Look,
Okay.
we've been experienced. We've seen it all.
Mhm.
We have learned to be efficient. We're not as interested in running down rabbit holes.
No.
We live in an incredible era of medical breakthrough.
Yes.
Technology is astoundingly powerful and user-friendly. Look at us. I mean,
Look at us.
we're talking to each other. We've got a whole library in our hands these days. We have
And you live 3 hours ahead of me. We're in
Exactly.
completely different time zones. Our weather, believe me, is completely different right now.
Exactly. Our kids are grown. They're producing little ones who need our mentorship. Our debt is diminishing. Our investments are maturing, and our cost of living is simpler. We are more in touch also with our mortality and our immortality.
That's right.
And I'll talk about that in a minute. But all that, that's a bunch of ingredients that make the fourth quarter something worth leveraging and making the most of that time. It's not a time for us to decline.
No, it
You
is.
know, brain research that's relatively new research is proving that our brains never stop learning. Right?
Yes, to the last moment that we breathe. It's really, really incredible research.
Right. And that's what the fourth quarter is.
Okay. Okay. So that's fourth quarter to you. Everyone who's with me right now in the comments community, please hit #wisdom and tell us what you just learned. And if you've had an aha moment about yourself, if this is indeed your fourth quarter, please tell us something. Or if you're planning to have a significant fourth quarter, please give us a #wisdom and tell us that nugget. Really will appreciate it. And of course, there's incentive.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, Scott, tell us more, please. You have a wonderful course that you take people through. You have several different courses. Tell us what you do and how you accomplish things.
Okay. So it's a matter of when you think about it, we are on a dance floor.
Yes.
Right? We do life all the way from the laundry to cutting the grass to, oh, by the way, mentoring our grandkids for the future, taking care of our aging parents, the role reversal there. All of that is the dance floor. And for many people, that dance floor gets complex, right? Talk about a pandemic coming into everyone's dance floor, changing everything forever. And then now we have a Russian-Ukrainian war. We have inflation. We have all these things that are going on the dance floor.
That's right.
When the dance floor is complex, is not the time to be strategic.
Okay.
Here's an example of someone being strategic on a complex dance floor. I quit. That's it. I quit. That's a strategic move when you're in a complex dance floor. What is the solution? Well, the solution is what I call the staircase and the balcony.
Okay.
So we take the staircase by downloading everything that we're sensing and feeling and thinking, right? Some people do that through journaling. Some people do that through verbally processing. The course that I create, we call that download.
Yes.
When you download, you take the staircase to the balcony. When you get to the balcony, now you are able to look down on that dance floor strategically. You have separated yourself from the dance floor enough that you can see everything that's going on.
That's very wise. That's exceptionally wise.
I do it every day. The complexity that we face can undo us if we're not careful.
Yes, that's the truth.
Right. So what I do is help the individual download and then discern what they've downloaded from the balcony. And that invariably leads to actions. So we design a path forward,
Okay.
and then we do that path, and then we pause and we come back to the balcony and we dig. So download, discern, design, do, and dig. And it's iterative.
Yes,
So
it sure is.
every
And,
time you learn something.
and quite frankly, I like it. They all start with D's, like die.
Yes. Die. It's right. It's actually a diamond shape.
Wow.
Diamond.
See, for my birthday, you're really hitting the strong points, Scott. Everyone, I hope you are enjoying this as much as I do. I've seen some of this in action. It's really dynamic. It's very, very helpful. Scott gives lots of informative goodies away on his website. Please do go to servingstrong.com. Bookmark that if you don't have time today, but please check that out. He also has different sets of classes. He has group things. So Scott, back to you. Tell us more.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. So if you're at all involved in LinkedIn, that's where you'll see a lot of what I do. But what makes a fantastic fourth quarter?
Okay.
Let me share with you. As long as we are in the act of becoming the fullest expression of our unique God-given design,
Okay.
we are fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. We will not arrive, but if we are in the process of becoming the fullest expression of who we were designed to be, that produces two kinds of fruit. The first kind of fruit is joy in the moment, right here, today, when you're working out your expression. The second is no regrets when you're working out your expression for tomorrow. So you're handling today and tomorrow as you pursue the fullest expression of your unique God-given design. That's what makes up a fantastic fourth quarter. So as long as you are seeking out, how has God designed me? And it's not just personality and emotional makeup. It is the experiences that we have been through that shape our design as well. So one of the key things I learned in a very major life disruption in June of 2015 was that God could redeem that disruption, and he had already pre-placed certain experiences in my life to use. And so now I help those who are in their major life disruption, whether that's a awareness of their mortality or just life changes in general.
Yes.
How about this? Fantastic fourth quarter, sleeping better, feeling better, greater stamina, access to wisdom through mentoring and reverse mentoring. And what I mean by reverse mentoring is there's a generation that follows us that has such wisdom, especially with regard to technology. We can learn a lot from those who are younger than us.
Yes,
Mentoring,
we can.
it's reverse. Go back and learn from those younger than you. Imagine a world virtually free of worry and stress. The ability to adjust to any unexpected situation that arises. Using your energy on what really matters. This is what a fantastic fourth quarter is all about. Engaging in new things with less fear. Advancing your career. And yes, I said career because in the fourth quarter, we don't retire, we pivot.
We pivot. That's right.
We have our finances on track. We enjoy a quality relationship with God, ourselves, and others. We can solve more problems than we create.
Thank God. Thank God.
We can achieve more and more goals. We are more strategic and make more strategic and powerful decisions. We can mood proof our use of time. And what I mean by that is mood proof. Even if you don't feel like it, you can develop routines that no matter how you feel, you just get going, and you still keep those routines simple. And you stack them on things you already do. Like maybe every time I'm brushing my teeth, I will memorize a scripture. I always brush my teeth. So right there, You stack that habit right on one that's already there.
I like it very much. Stacking habits.
Stacking your habits.
Stacking habits.
Pick something that you are already doing. There's no need to try to graft a brand new thing and then forget about it and then feel bad. And then, you try to do the habit again. Just stack it on something you're already doing. I make coffee every morning.
Good.
At our house. I pour over. I use a pour over. While I'm waiting for the coffee grinds to go through their thing, I will say a prayer. I will read scripture in my mind. So making coffee means memorizing and reading scripture. So that's the habit stacking. Imagine a fantastic fourth quarter where you enjoy more margin time, more margin energy, more margin finances.
Yes.
Executing on your true purpose. We have the capability of doing that. We are mature adults. We've been through it all. And so now we can leverage all three of those quarters and turn that fourth quarter into one that we will never forget. And the people around us will never forget that. That's our immortality here on earth.
Yes.
That is our legacy. We don't create a legacy. We don't work toward a legacy that we leave. I think a fantastic fourth quarter is where we live our legacy. We actually see the transfer of wisdom to the younger generation. We are involved in it and we're present in the moment. And so legacy is not something we leave. It's something we live. And that to me is worth everything. And to do that, you go from the dance floor to the balcony and the dance floor to the balcony.
That staircase in between, that staircase of climbing to get to the balcony so you can oversee the dance floor, that's an important time too. And I'm watching some of the comments from our comments community, which are just great. Peggy, we are so glad you're here today. We know that the Lord brought you here today, as he has all of us. And Scott has so much wisdom to share right now, Scott. And this is not a question I had planned to ask you, but tell us about the staircase up to the balcony.
Sure. The staircase is where there's a good way to do the staircase.
Okay.
Let's say you're journaling and you're writing.
Someone just mentioned that. Someone just mentioned Noni. Hi, Noni. Hi, darling girl. Okay. And it was about journaling. Wendy Ann, I tend to journal only when I'm stressed. Sometimes I don't know why. I find it's like peeling an onion and I finally get to the core.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, that the best thing when it comes to downloading, which is taking the staircase up, is to experiment until you find something that works. And I'll tell you, I have committed to morning pages, writing 3 pages a day. But I'll tell you, one of those pages some days is a diagram. It'll just be a box and I'll say, okay, what about this box? Other times I will shift to just a one sentence characterization of the day before.
Wow.
Right? The key is not so much doing the same thing every time and conforming to some, expectation of journaling. But the key is do it every day, right? Reflect, even if it's 5 minutes, reflect on the day.
Yes.
And then you have a minimum viable product of journaling. That's one thing. Verbally processing. If you've got a trusted friend, you are one of the blessed people in the world. And if that friend will create space that is free of judgment, free of condemnation, they give you permission to disagree with yourself. Right? And it's confidential. That's the kind of thing I do in my work. Is my job is to create that safe space that you feel comfortable enough to share everything that's on your heart, knowing that it doesn't have to come out perfect. It just needs to come out. Yes. And you may say, now that I've heard myself say that, I don't think I agree with that.
I love that. I do. As you know me enough to know that I am a real verbal person. And there are many times when I just want to talk it out. It's like hug it out, talk it out. People
Mhm,
who journal well, and I have friends who really journal.
mhm,
I tend to take the first hour of the day and just get in my prayer chair, and I have plenty of notepads and pens and things around. Yeah, highlighters are
mhm,
great for me. But this
mhm.
whole idea, Scott, I love this of just like we brush our teeth twice a day, choose something to go with that. You memorize scripture, keep a notepad, might get a little wet, but near your toothbrush. And like you said, write a one sentence of your day. What I love is in my fourth quarter, coming to understand I just celebrated 50 years in Christ in February. And it's
Well,
like,
congrats.
thank you. It's like, that's right. I have known the Lord 50 years. This is like a very real relationship. And he wants me to check in more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
check in more, have more fun. It's very cool. So
yeah,
back
yeah.
to,
Oh,
oh, Peggy says journaling scares her.
right.
So hashtag wisdom. How far will it take me? I too have only journaled when pushed to the end of me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right?
Well, it is. I would say it takes courage,
Yeah.
right? It takes courage to be reflective on what's going on. What might reveal itself is something that will require you to get help on a professional level, right? But why not get it? I mean, if you can work through something, here's the thing:
Uh-huh.
when you can focus and name and acknowledge something that scares you, here's what happens:
Okay.
you suck all of the power out of that fear because
Yes.
you look it in the eye and you say, I am bigger than you are,
Yes.
and I'm going to look straight at you and I'm going to push right through you.
Yeah.
And m- many times I
Mhm.
have had an emotion that I have held on to because I
Mm.
was afraid,
Yes.
and it actually gets bigger,
Yes.
right? Um, when I can acknowledge it, then it gets smaller. It's like the proverbial little tiny pebble in your shoe when you're running and it's just killing you.
It's killing
And you
me.
think, my word, my foot's about to fall off. You stop, you pull the shoe off, you pull. Is that all it was?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, in our fourth quarter, we've come to understand that pain and fear live together.
Mhm.
And I found as a gerontologist and doing research on laughter that laughter releases the two chemicals that actually fight fear and pain.
Right.
And when we find that happy place, whether it's a comedy, a well-loved comedy, or a new comedy, a movie we can watch, or something like that, to release some of that stress and to see, there's something else I learned in this fourth quarter about being brave and being courageous. And I love that the first chapter of Joshua, 4 times we're told to be courageous, and two
Right.
times we're told to be brave. Because brave is when you pick up the sword or you pick up the hose of water and you run the sword, run to, to slash a coyote coming at your dog, or
Right.
a hose to put out a fire. But courage is an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Courage is the thing that says, when I get out of bed, I bet I'm going to be okay.
Mhm.
And there are times, especially in the last 2 years, with the horrible things that we all suffered during the pandemic lockdowns, that we really need to take the lessons that we learned personally, um, of courage. And it
Mhm.
was courage. And
Mhm.
we need to be courageous. Sometimes we need to be brave too, but we do need to be courageous. Yeah.
Listen, Di, there's a transformation that takes place when you're on the staircase. One of the steps that you take, you will realize that you have shifted from the locus of control from being outside of you to
Okay.
begin inside of you. When
Okay.
you're on a complex dance floor, you feel controlled. You
Okay.
feel at the mercy. And so all you have to do is react. You're just reacting.
That's right.
But when you can get that out from between your ears, everything that you're thinking and feeling, what happens is that locus of control of being controlled shifts to, wait a minute, I can look at this, and now you're on the balcony, and that locus of control has come back to you, and you can do something about it. You are now able to be on top of it. Quite literally, when you journal, look at where you are. You are on top looking down on that piece of paper.
Yes. And Renee, you are so right. Thank you for joining us. I have to say that I'm going to ask you to give us those 5D words again, because some of us came in a little bit late, and I'm just treasuring the things that I'm reading over here to the side in the content community. And I know a lot of these people personally in their lives, and these people are courageous. These folks are just amazing. And we share bonds of love and caring about each other outside of just this show. And I have to say, Scott, I know it's 3:00 and we have to wrap this up, but this download, discern, design, do, and dig. You say this is the work we do on which of those 3 places? The staircase, the balcony, or the floor?
The download is you going up on the staircase.
Okay.
To the balcony. When you're on the balcony, you discern and you design.
All right.
You go back down to the dance floor and come back to the balcony and dig.
Okay. And so, that is a cycle, everyone, that you can do. You can take so many weeks, and you can take the time with yourself. Give yourself that gift. It's my birthday. I want to give you more than just a prayer teacup, although I'm treasuring I can do that. I want to give you these 5 amazing things. Take the week or the 2 or the 10 days to download. Then take the next 10 days, be quiet and discern and say, what did I really in downloading this? What really is it? And discern it. And then you're going to go and do a little swing dancing. Are we doing? No, we're designing. So then you make the plan. Take another week to 10 days and make the plan. And then go dance it out on the dance floor.
That's right.
Because that's the only place you're going to find if you're going to fail or succeed at that design. And then head back up that staircase and watch yourself on that dance floor and dig in and find out, okay, what now do I need to add, subtract, or pray harder about?
That's exactly right.
And I'm sure that everyone who's in the comments community would love another half hour of this, but we have to go. And so I would ask you, Scott, can I have you back again in a few months?
It would be my honor. It would be my honor.
Mine too. Thank you so much for this time today. You are precious, and you just do at 3 hours ahead of us. 6:30. I bet a great dinner is waiting for you, and you deserve it. It's my birthday. Have a second helping.
Yeah, have another piece of cake.
That's it. Well, everyone, I want to thank you so much. Mary's about to come back, but don't forget.
We have to say who's the winner.
Oh, yes, we have 3 winners.
So we have 3 winners with getting birthday present. And I was trying to be like, as you know, downing up everything, a lot going on over here in the background. And
everyone,
we actually have 3 winners. Then you're going to be able to either just at the end make a comment if you want a dainty, which is a little bit more feminine and pretty, but again, anybody can get one, right? Or if you'd like something a little bit more hearty of a prayer mug.
That's right.
A little bit more hearty. I mean, they're not all blue and white, but even something like this. And with the prayer cup, I wanted to, because I'm going to announce the 3 names. But before I do, this is a new product that you're coming out with, but tell just a basic, not too many details. Just exactly a little bit about what a prayer cup is, or prayer teacup is.
So what a prayer teacup is, guys, this is just, I used it all during the pandemic. And I'm telling you, I would talk to people, customer service people, and I would say, the Lord, I asked, thank you, Peggy. I said, okay, Lord, what question should I ask them to open up the floodgate? And it's, how's your mother doing? And I'm telling you, people would start to cry. Men, women, boys, girls. I mean, it didn't matter what age. It was something. And I said to them, I said, you know what? Every day I spend about an hour in my prayer chair, and next to my prayer chair is an empty teacup. And every day I hold this teacup up to the Lord. I pat my own prayers in top, my kids and in-laws and, grandkids in the top. And then I have a prayer. And every day I hold the teacup up. I get on my knees. I hold the teacup up. If I have to stand up, sometimes sciatica, you guys, and I have to stand up. But I hold the teacup up to the Lord. I say the prayer, and then I just thank the Lord. I just thank him because, and this is the truth, if you know a person who knows the Lord personally, you have a straight shot to heaven because their prayers are going to get answered. And I know there's many answers. Yes, no, maybe, wait. I love the wait one. And I tell people, the reason you're waiting is because God is turning the whole world around to answer your prayer. He's going to answer that prayer. So I have a little slip of paper, how to use the prayer teacup. I have another slip in the cup, all folded up, of the prayer. And then in the box, you'll also get one of my, please go look at the Success in Aging boxes, because that's the other thing I do. So that's what's going to come in the box.
So exciting. So exciting. So let me read off. I know you guys are also here. Yes, no one is like our mothers. I love it. Okay, so so people are really enjoying this content. So the winners are, again, picked randomly here, is Rena or Rena. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Or as we call Rena.
Okay, Peggy.
And
Wendy.
And
so
who?
Rena, Peggy, and Wendy are our 3 birthday present winners. So please put in the comments if you are like a dainty or a hearty mug, and Diane will pray over them and pack them specially for you. Pick one that she thinks you would love, and she'll put that in the mail to you right away. So thank you, everyone. Scott, thank you so much for being on the show today. Thank you. I realize my microphone's very far away. I hope I sound like an echo.
And Mary, I'm just going to tell everybody this. Gang, you can leave anything here in the comments community, but also straight shot to me, die@diepatterson.com. Die@diepatterson.com.
Right. Okay. And die is D-I.
Yeah.
So it's don't die. Die.
That's right.
I always have to give you a hard time. Okay. So thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for all your wisdom, Scott. Thank you for, Diane got kicked off. Okay. She'll come back so we can take our picture. But again, everybody, thank you so much. Next week, we're going to have a guest. His name is Freddie, and he is, I think, host on, I can't remember the host on a TV show, but he is an advocate for senior care. And Diane's going to be interviewing next week. So next show should be awesome as well. But Scott, seriously, thank you for your wisdom today. People obviously learned so much. And if they want to get a hold of you, Scott, how would they do that?
They would just go to servingstrong.com. They can reach me by email, coach@servingstrong.com.
Okay. All right. Coach, servingstrong.com. And I have put that up earlier, and I'll put it up again. So if you are in your 4th quarter and you're looking for a coach that's going to help you get your shiz together, then obviously you need Scott. I said shiz. It's all good. Shiz. Yes, and let's cheer it out, because Di always talks about hydration. So
that's right.
Cheers to you, Scott. Thank you for being a guest.
Cheers to you, Scott.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And it looks like Peggy, it's her birthday month, so it's nice that she won.
Happy birthday.
And Rena wants a dainty. That's so cool. So make sure if you won, again, Rena, Peggy, and Wendy, and we'll look forward to getting those in the mail. And this is such a cool thing. Maybe we'll keep doing this. So we hope you will put Wednesdays at 2:30 on your calendar and join us for the show every single week.
That means Di has to keep having birthdays.
That's right.
So
they'll just be those negative ones.
That's right. They twirl back the clock, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, everybody.
This is a wonderful community. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Yes. Thank you, Scott. All right. You guys ever have a blessed day, and we'll see you back next week, next Wednesday at 2:30.
Love you, everyone. Have a great week.